Hey everyone! Today we're going to take a look at the charm changes and emblem changes. Now first of all, there's a new set of charms that are out, and if you go to this event, there is a new dungeon under event. It is called Horror Abyss, and you can complete this once per day for these new charm parts. And then you would go from there into the void box section, and you'll notice there's a charms and emblems pull at the top, and this one will give you the new charms and emblem. This is important because you can't use the old charms and emblems with the fusion with the new upgrades, but the new ones you can. So let's go ahead and take a look at what is in these charms and emblems. First, I'm going to go ahead and open them. And I just have a few here, so we're just going to open a few of these, but that's enough. I'm going to go back in and take a look at them. So the first thing to note is this new section with two slots where you can up your stats for this charm. Now this one has two. The options are 1, 2, or 3 of these. Now this one here, you can see I have 3 of those spots where I can kind of up my stats. And they still have the talent bonuses that the other charms do as well. But in this case, again, it's really those 3 circles that we're looking for. When going down from pink to purple, you'll see that this one only has 1. And the blue ones also have 1 slot, as well as the greens. So those are not going to give you as many stat bonuses, obviously, as the 3 ones would. So we're really looking for the ones with the 3 stat bonuses on them. And again, some of these emblems, I mean, it's kind of a pain. You have to go look for your new emblems all over again, new charms. But it's actually not that horrible if you're willing to spend some diamonds. I'm sorry, some coupons. So when you're picking out your charms, this is the same as before. Just make sure under talents that you have the talents selected. Here it was in strategist, which I don't have any of. So any charms with that wouldn't have been very helpful to me. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at the charms that I have. Now I'm going to go over to this section here, and I'm going to take a look at what my options are. Now I have this charm that has stats that I can't use, but I want to move the stats over from another charm that I'm working on. So I'm going to buy one of these things, and it says 1 of 1, but actually to move things over you really need 2. So I'm going to select that charm, and then I'm going to go down to the charm that I've been working on, which actually does have a talent that I can use. So here this one's not unlocked yet, so I haven't actually equipped it, but I do want to use this. Now one thing you'll notice here is it says that now I need 2 of these scrolls, as opposed to before it said I needed 1. So as much as I don't like to spend a lot of money on the game, I will go ahead and do a top up for you guys so that you can see what happens. So I'm going to go in here and try and get another top up. I'm only going to do the $15 one, and since it's a top up you get double, so that's not too bad. Alright, so now I have enough coupons and I have 2 scrolls now. So let's go back in. Oh, well, here we're going to buy the second scroll. So now we've got 2, so we can do this conversion. So check the checkbox in the center there, and we're going to move all of the stats and the skill, which I didn't realize it would move the stats over too, so that was an awesome bonus right there. So now this charm that I've been working on now has the 3 sections that I can update the additional stats for. Now going into this, it still does not appear in the box, and it took me a second to figure out why. It's because you have to equip it first. Okay, so I'm going to unequip one of my charms just to test it out and equip this new one. And now I have it equipped. Now I'm going to go back into the Fusion tab at the bottom and over to the Enlightenment tab, and now this charm shows up with the 3 sections that I can up the stats for. So I'm going to select the second tab at the top here, and then I'm going to select all of my green charms, and I'm going to also click on one of these stat things so that I can have, you can see the green circle is lit up, and then I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that. So you can see that now it's kind of like an experience bar. I actually don't want to select all these because some of them have things that I don't want to get rid of, like this one here. or that's an emblem, but some of them are the ones that I had equipped and I don't want to overwrite that. So I'm going to go back into my inventory and just lock down the ones that I don't want. Just click on it and you can select lockdown, and then you won't have that as an option to merge. And I'm just going to do that really quick. Okay, now I'm back under my Fusion tab, and you'll see that the bottom two are locked and I have two available. So I'm going to go ahead and select those two, and I'm going to use the Enlightenment to go ahead and merge those in with the ones I have. So now I have upped that one a level. That plus 10, I'm pretty sure gives plus 10 strength to everything, and dex and int and spirit. So on this last tab, I think this, I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is just a list of the skills you can get for your charms and emblems. I'm not 100% sure. This is just a gallery, so it's just a way to view it, not an actual thing where you select anything. So these might be available once you start pulling those new charms, but again, I'm not 100% sure. Now you can go back into the void box and to the old like charms and emblems, and you can pull these, which I don't have enough really to do 10 at once, but you can pull some charms and emblems from here and use those to upgrade your charm further. And so that's good. You do your charms and emblems separately, but at least this way you can then get some more to up your charms and emblems for the ones that you can't use for the fusion, or if your ones are already pretty much maxed. Okay, so at this point I have a couple more charms that I got out of the void box, and I also have the charm that I was wearing before that I unequipped because it didn't have a talent associated with it. So first I'm just going to go ahead and up this a little further, which is not going to make much of a difference. It's not going to go up another level. That purple charm, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go into Fusion, because you can see it here. It's got all sorts of good stats on it, and hopefully it'll help me get to the point where I can use that additional stats for the charm that I have equipped. So here I'm going back into the Fusion, which is the first section here, and I'm going to just select some of these and see if I can move a decent stat over. And I did. I got a purple strength, which is good. So I'm going to upgrade that, and that's enough to change that text at the bottom to purple. So now I can use that talent as well. So that's all three of those tabs. You can move things over from other charms and emblems. You can up your stats like you had before with the attributes, and you now have the new Enlightenment, as well as a gallery tab where you can kind of view what the different options are. So hopefully you found this helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.